Today is October 28th, 2021. This is the Harry Thomas Show. The websites are located at harrythomas.info and harrythomasshow.com. There's a lot of surprises over there, a lot of updates, a lot of new information going on over there. We fight in the New World Order because they're clamping down. You know what I'm saying? And on this, and they're clamping down right here on this social media over here on this YouTube page. I'll tell you, I don't know whether things are coming or going. I don't even watch the numbers anymore. I don't watch the media anymore. I don't watch anything that they got to say because it's a 1984 world and it's all upside down. So anything that you're seeing on mainstream media and anything that you're seeing in the censorship arena over at the Google world here on YouTube and Facebook and Instascam. And who else do they own? Do they own everything? Well, I don't know, but this Axios reporter documents how LinkedIn censored her profile in China. U.S. company bending over backwards to appease Chinese censors. This is an older story, come out about September 29th, 2021. A reporter for a news outlet, Axios, claims she was censored by U.S.-based social media app LinkedIn on behalf of China. What are all these conglomerates, globalists, man, all in bed with each other for? Is Google a part of this one too? Are they in bed with this? Because I just signed up for one of them China social apps that are in bed with everything. That TikTok, man. There's a couple Harry Thomas Show TikTok videos out there. Let me tell you, I got 3 followers. I don't know who they are. I think I might even be one of them. I might be one of my own followers. But anyway, highlighting the absurdity of the U.S. company bending over backwards to appease Chinese censors, Axios Chinese reporter Bethany Allen Abrabian, sorry, I probably really chopped that name up. I'm not even going to try it again. But documented how LinkedIn asked her to modify the bio in her profile or else it would be censored in the communist nation. What the heck is everybody in all this up in there? You know what I'm saying? Just to appease Chinese censors. I woke up this morning to discover that LinkedIn had blocked my profile in China. So China was like, oh, we don't want what this woman is telling over here, because whistleblowers. And what I'm saying is, I hope I don't want to ruin this YouTube channel over this. Is YouTube a part of this, or are you guys in bed licking? Do you guys like each other? I don't know. What goes on? I don't know what to say anymore. And then I don't, and then Twitter's in on this. So I wake up this morning and discover that LinkedIn had blocked my profile in China. She reported on Twitter Tuesday morning. So her she's tweeting this to her people going, what is going on? I used to have to wait for Chinese government censors or censors employed by Chinese companies in China to do this kind of thing. Now a U.S. company is paying its own employees to censor Americans, she observed. It's worse than that. The NSA guy, actually it wasn't an NSA guy, but it was a whistleblower who worked for AT&T. He said he set it all up for the NSA, though, National Spying Agency. But but these people always want to use national security for this and that. But what he said he set up, I reported this on the show, was everything digitalized goes right into these supercomputers at the NSA. Everything. Not just on AT&T where he was working, but everything, every network. So they've been doing this far worse. But I mean, really, this is internationalists. These are globalists. This is what I'm talking about. This is a takeover. This New World Order stuff. I'm over here on YouTube trying to talk about a LinkedIn through this woman's reporter who's being censored and using her Twitter. I mean, come on. Just the sound of that. Think of it. And I'm using YouTube to talk to you about it, not even knowing if I can even talk. What kind of world are we living in? Think about it. If we're getting censored this bad, that these freaks and these corporations and stuff got us sitting there treading on, thin ice, thinking we're gonna crack the. I'm gonna lose my channel. I'm gonna lose my friends. I'm gonna lose, my connections on a social media app over something that you might accidentally say that they don't want you to hear. And we're having an American company here in LinkedIn. Are they Google? Is everything? I had these Google goggles for the first few shows that you put them on. There's like these spotlights on them, but they shorted out because they're not made in America. Nothing is. Nothing's made to last. They're made to short out and just be silly. It's all in the advertised on TV section. None of that junk works. I had a fan. You click in. It's supposed to charge on the phone. It's up there in the bag. Little clip-on fan I could have right here. But no, because you plug it in about 20 times and the whole thing crashes and pushes in and the charger port don't work. Well, who needs a rechargeable thing if the charger port don't work? Nothing is made to last anymore. Nothing is built to last. Grateful Dead song. See, Grateful Dead is as American as apple pie, and so is Descent. Descent is as American as apple pie. Should get some T-shirts made. In an email sent to Axios reporter, LinkedIn explained parts of her profile contained prohibited content, with no elaboration on what that content might be. Now, what is LinkedIn's business anyway? And what is Google's business in my business on what I'm doing here? What do you care? I'm trying to drum you up some business, and why are you giving me the business while I'm trying to drum you up something? I don't know what you're doing. You're a $1 billion corporation. I'd rather give my money to Bitchute.com. That's BITCHUTE.com, where the real Harry Thomas show is. Because they let me have the home of free speech. See, we run that over there, the users. It's time to break away from this big uh, you know, corporate takeover, big box mess. They only allowing the big Amazons and the WalMarts and the Targets and they're closing all mom and pops. They're clamping down these lock boxes. A 3 lock box was it, or did you have to have a 4 lock box? It meant that your high school sweetheart meant something to you. You got to respect the house that you're in. Anyway, your LinkedIn profile is an integral part of how you present your professional self. See, I never cared about the LinkedIn and I had no interest in Pinterest. And I never wanted to ever TikTok, but I've got three of you out there, or maybe I'm one, maybe it's two. Two of you out there, we can fight them. We're going to fight this new world order. But anyway, this is how these business assholes like to get together and so they can jerk each other around. But in a thread documenting her attempts to get her account reinstated, reinstalled. I've had them do it at Facebook. They just take a 5,000 friend account and decide one day that you can't challenge it because they won't even activate the little box that says you might have a chance to challenge it. I challenge everything. They said harrythomas.info is not allowed to be on Facebook. Why are they afraid of my website, harrythomas.info? And it was the first time. to put it on. It was blacklisted from 2005 and to 2012 when it was active. People are crazy, and then I come back in again at the end game because I'm here, baby. We're here. You guys are way out of control. Can't even talk about it over here. That's why I'm over at the real Harry Thomas Show, Bitchute.com, where we support the platform, not no corporate business executives that go on vacation together and do unspeakable acts against humanity, make all these decisions. What'd you think I was going to say? Something I might say a BitChute? You should get over there. But anyway, in a thread documenting her attempts to get that account back, it said that Axios journalist outlined how a Chinese activist, Zhao Fenguso, faced similar account censorship in 2019. So this says, and the thing is, right here on YouTube, my original YouTube channel, right here on this beautiful network when it was out for a little while, but it takes me a while to get around to new things. I had the podcast going that I had moved over from Usenet, and I was on this BitTorrent, and all this other stuff was going on. And finally, I opened up the video stuff on Stick AM was doing live shows and YouTube. So it was in 2007 that the Harry Thomas Show started on YouTube, and it's still up. When you had youtube.com/Harry Thomas info, it's still there. But even back then, they were messing with the counters. I'd get my videos going on momentum, boom, and then they'd drop down, and there'd be all kinds of the sound. They'd censor it, saying the bumper music was a violation of this, or I couldn't play a clip of this news clip. But when it was open play, man, on that stuff, educational purposes only. I don't understand the rules when they only apply to certain people. But anyway, that was what was going on. So I say this because we're on a social network that censors social networks that fight amongst themselves. I don't even know if they're fighting amongst themselves. This is just an American LinkedIn social bunch of helping in a cahoots with the Chinese. And that's what this Google is, Chinese. The CIA, Chinese International Agency. They're all working together. Central Intelligence Agency. That's why they wanted to off Kennedy. He wanted to get rid of it. And the Federal Reserve. I'm saying Johnson didn't have time for that. He was a power hungry, greedy man. And don't let anybody say anything different. He wanted his legacy the way he wanted it. And he really didn't get it. And he didn't deserve anything either. None of them did. They're all a bunch of backstabbing traitors, just like what we got in there now with General Milley and these governors all around the state acting like dictators. Well, anyway, there was an attempt, but just like me. And I seen a post on the social network 12160.info. Somebody had gotten locked out of their Facebook account for violating the rules. How you keep violating the rules on YouTube and Facebook? You should see the screenshots I got. I violate the rules all the time. You can't post this website. You can't post that. Why? And why isn't everybody just challenging them? They'll just shut you down. Sometimes you get a thing. Then they'll take your whole account. They'll make you take mug shots. So you take your mug shots, go to the left, go to the right, send it in at a whim. Sometimes you get you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Facebook's full of nuts. Now you don't have any left because they didn't respond to your posing. Selfies, your selfie pose. And sometimes they get back to you, and then when they don't, they just say no. We decided. No. They laugh at you, and then other times, nothing. You don't hear nothing. Nothing. So, what are we going to do here about all this? Nothing. We're going to do nothing about this over here on YouTube because they don't want us to talk about anything significant. But it is significant because the same way LinkedIn is working with the Chinese with spying, in the same way that the NSA is working with Google with all of our data, and the same way that all these internationalist spy companies and ABC spooks all work together, all the information is against us. See, it's the states against us, and they try to pit us against each other. You got them Facebook stories coming out trying to say everybody's a racist and it's vaxxers against unvaxxers. It's people who are doing this against that. It's the black against the white. It's the red against the brown. It's the patriots against the Oreo cookies. And then you've got the Dolphins. Are they still getting caught in the nets? Or are the New York Nets still even in the basketball arena anymore? Or are they just playing hockey still? Or is that the Bruins? Are they still in New York? Or is that all the way over there in Boston? I have no idea because the flashing lights in Vegas and at all the casinos that they're allowing everywhere because they're all greedy and they're distracting everybody in every way with their frequencies on their television sets and all the mind control and the curriculums in the school because you can't forget about Charlotte Isenberg and the deliberate dumbing down of America book.com. And that's it, man. Deliberate dumbing down of America.com. Go to blackboxvoting.org. Ooh, yeah, Beth Harris. What a great lady. What a great patriot. Can you even talk about them people anymore? Oh my God, did I just lose my channel? Oh no. I don't even know what to do. Should I post my 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 video now? Will the Google gods allow it? See what I'm saying? Should we be acting like this in the world? Are you as sarcastic as I am about it? Making a YouTube video? I'm not getting anything done here, but there was another one of these stupid social media. So this is my social media video on lame ass YouTube because they won't let me talk about the things that are life threatening that the New World Order is throwing down on us. But they have all these spooks and stuff watching the videos and messing up all the freaking weird crap going on. I have no idea what's going on over here. I don't even know what the rules are, but anyway, I got this news story. Google and YouTube will no longer allow ads on content pushing climate change denial, saying it contradicts scientific consensus. Oh no, here we go again. When does this start? Because I know you can't talk about this. And I know you can't talk about this, and I know that there's code words all over Google, and I know they like to control the weather. Oh, I mean the history, and I know they like to control the information and collect all your data and credit cards and whoo, just like I said, or that AT&T guy whistleblower. Anyway, this one here. Google and its subsidiary YouTube. Oh, can I say that? Can I? Maybe this channel might be gone. And if it is, and I tell you that it will be posted at bitchute.com, the Real Harry Thomas Show. That all that means is you already found it. You didn't need me to say that. Google is subsidiary, unless I chop it up like I did one other video. I just chopped out the should I say it, the stuff on the pandemic, and I posted about half the video because the other half was about the oops, we're not going to do that. So anyway, Google and its subsidiary YouTube will no longer monetize content that goes against the scientific consensus on global warming, removing all ads from posts with inaccurate claims in an effort to combat climate change denial. So now it's going to start out, you can't make any pennies from this. Can't make any money from any counts that you get on viewership or dollars or advertisements or anything to do with it. Whatever they do. I don't even know what they do. I don't care what they do because here at the Harry Thomas Show, I don't want to ask for a dime. And if they're trying to make something off it, I didn't have nothing to do with it. And I'm not getting nothing. The big tech behemoth announced the move in a Thursday blog post. This was a little while back. About they're updating the policies on the ads and monetization in the order to ensure brand safe environment for advertisers and protect the users from unreliable claims as well as fake medical cures and anti-vaccine advocacy. So how the heck does that have to do with anti-vaccine advocacy? Didn't it say global climate? I don't know, man. They changed the rules, but I got the memo kinda this time. Let me see, because I don't want to break the rules over here at Kingdom Google with my Google glasses that were broke. Maybe they'll give me a break. I'm appealing every single one, but they never vote my way. It's like going in front of you ever watch them when they go in front of the king and the king decides your destiny, even though it's the king who's holding you captive. Can you imagine having your captive decide your destiny in court? Well, that's what this is basically doing, it seems. Our advertisers' inaccurate claims about climate change. It's not bad for business, but what? It is not only bad for business, but it impacts content creators. Oh, well. My God. I gotta hear this.
Over 70 former political appointees and
Well, I guess I'm not gonna listen to that. I don't know why. I don't know why everything gives me a problem. But think about this. Uh, that's just the beginning. Pretty soon it's going to be just like it is on the other topic and the other topic and that thing there with the code words. Remember that David Wilcock? I didn't know, man. That dude was like being all weird.
Lobby for Pfizer now. And most of them are tied directly into the Democrat.
Well, this ain't going to work.
But there's a couple Republicans in here as well. So that's nice. You get in there, you do some work for Big Pharma in Congress, and then Big Pharma pays you a bunch of money to go lobby for them in Congress. The average person on the face of this incredible planet is still unaware that there's a war between free individuals and nation states on one side and the globalists on the other, who are literally trying to create a post-human world. From the United States to Brazil, and of course triggered by the Brexit in the UK, nations were pulling out of the private corporate fascist world government. That's why they launched their Great Reset. and their program after collapsing us of Build Back Better. This is nothing more than a top-down vertical consolidation of the world economy. And because they couldn't take our guns, because we wouldn't bow, because the left, which is the ideology of this world government system, couldn't win, they released a biological weapon on us. Now we know.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you know where that is. You can't do that. But that's there over at the Real Harry Thomas Show. Bitchute.com. But I got everything listed right there. HarryThomas.info. So check all that out, But, I want to thank YouTube for letting me cover the new rules over at YouTube about and warning us about what's coming up with the global warming. So right now you could talk about global warming, or can you? Or you just can't make any money off it? Or does YouTube make the money off it? Or does somebody have to actually read all the terms in the new terms of service, which I really don't care. In fact, can I just make this statement to you now, YouTube uh, and Google platform here? I'm going to make I don't really know how some of the other ones work there. Or is Google own TikTok? Yeah. Well, include TikTok too if if you own that too, Google. I do not want you making any damn money off any of my videos, Google. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. And I don't want to make any money either, Google. So just don't do anything for money, Google, on my productions. There. How's that? Does that work? Well, that's a legal statement. If I've cut that out, and I'm gonna that should be a legal statement in case they ever do try to. I don't know what they try to do, but they locked me out because you have to have a Gmail account now. I didn't know that, or you can't. It used to be the password used to be the name of the channel, and then your password. Not anymore. You have to have a Gmail email account to get into them old YouTube channels. But anyway, this is Harry Thomas covering a couple silly news stories. Hoping everybody's been stocking up on what they need for their families. Get plenty of water, a few weeks worth, some medicines, and a couple, to go survival packs. Remember, check out some of the old videos there. We talked about it. We had some little intimate conversations about the survival packs and how important it is to stock up on some things that you need right now to be able to fight back against these globalists that are clamping down. And I'll tell you, I've got some stuff that they were doing over in Australia to cover coming up because I got some more time to cover some more of the dime that they're spending on, boom, transferring America into Australia. Ooh. But I probably won't be able to talk about it over here. But remember, what happens over there happens over here. When we get together, we scare the crap out of globalists. Because together, we will make a difference. I want to thank everybody for listening, subscribing, sharing, being friendly, and educating each other because a well-informed public will defeat the New World Order.